Good morning children. Welcome to your maths class. In the last class we have done some exercise problems from equivalent fractions, isn't it? Okay, so today we are going to study one new method, cross multiplication method. We are going to study cross multiplication method to find whether two fractions are equivalent or not. Okay, the question will be like this. Check whether the following fractions are equivalent using cross multiplication method. Some two fractions are given, two problems are given here. We will do one by one, children. Okay, first one, 1 by 4 and 3 by 12. Okay, so here first we are going to cross multiply. We are going to cross multiply and find the answer. And after that we will come back the answer we are getting. Okay, so first I'm going to take the numerator of the first fraction. Here 1 by 4 is the first fraction and 3 by 12 is the second fraction. Okay, so I'm going to take the numerator of the first fraction, that is 1, into then denominator of the second fraction 12. What is 1 into 12, children? 1 into 12 is 12. Okay. Then next I am going to take denominator of the first fraction, that is 4 into numerator of the second fraction 3. Okay. What is 4 into 3? 4 into 3 is 12. Okay. So here we get the same number. 1 into 12 is 12. 4 into 3 is also 12. So here we get the same answer. If we are getting the same answer, that means these two fractions are equivalent fractions. Okay. Hence, we can write 1 by 4 and 3 by 12 are equivalent fractions. Here, we got same answer. So, we can write 1 by 4 and 3 by 12 are equivalent fractions. Next one. We can do the next one, children. 3 by 8 and 16 by 24. Okay. So, here also we can cross multiply. This 2 and this 2. Okay. So, we are taking first the numerator of the first fraction, that is 3. 3 into denominator of the second fraction, that is 24. 3 into 24. We can find it here, children. So, 2-digit number we are writing first. 24. 24 into 3. Okay. What is 4 into 3? 4 into 3 is 12. So, we can write 2 here and 1 as carryover. What is 3 into 2? 6. 6 plus 1? 7. So, here we get 72. So, we can write 72 here. Okay, next one. Denominator of the first fraction, that is 8 into numerator of the second fraction. So, 16. Okay, so we want to find 8 into 16. So, we can write 16 into 8. Okay, what is 6 into 8? 48. So, we can write 8 here and 4 as carryover. Next, 8 into 1, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. And there is no other number here to multiply. So, we can write 12 here itself. Okay. So, the answer is 128. Look here, children. The answer is same. 3 into 24 is 72. And 8 into 16 is 128. We got different answer. Answer of note same. That means 3 by 8 and 16 by 24 are not equivalent fractions. So, we can write 3 by 8 and 16 by 24 are not equivalent fractions. Okay. Are not equivalent fractions. Understood? Next, children, we are going to study types of fractions. Types of fractions. There are 6 types of fraction we are going to study. Okay, look here, the first one, it is like fractions. Okay, like fractions. The fractions which have same denominators are called like fractions. What are denominator? We already studied numerator and denominator. Numerator are numbers that we are writing above, and denominator are numbers that we are writing below in a fraction. Okay, so what are called like fractions? The fractions which have same denominators are called like fractions. Okay, look here example. 8 by 9, 5 by 9, 1 by 9, 3 by 9. Okay, so for all these fractions, the denominator is 9. Same. Okay, so the fractions which have same denominators are called like fractions. Next one is unlike fractions. Okay, so the fractions which have different denominators are called unlike fractions. The fractions which have the fractions with a different denominators are called unlike fractions. Look here example. 3 by 7, 1 by 5, 2 by 9, 6 by 10. All the fractions have different denominators. Here it is 7, 5, 9, 10. Okay, the fractions which have different denominators are called unlike fractions. Okay, next third one is unit fractions. Unit fractions. Okay, the fractions with the numerator as 1. The fractions with the numerator as 1 are called unit fractions. Look here, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 9, 1 by 11. So for all these fractions, the numerator is 1. Okay, so the fraction with the numerator as 1 are called a unit fraction. Understood? Like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. Unlike fractions are fractions with a different denominators. And unit fractions are fractions with a numerator as 1. Okay, understood the first three. Next, fourth one is proper fraction. Proper fraction. The fractions which have the numerator less than the denominator are called proper fraction. The fractions which have the numerators less than the denominator are called proper fraction. Look here, 2 by 3. Here 2 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. And 2 is less than 3. Okay, so it is a proper fraction. Next is 7 by 9. 7 is less than 9. Numerator is less than the denominator. So it is also a proper fraction. Here also 4 is less than 5. Here also 1 is less than 9. So the fractions with the which have the numerator less than the denominator are called proper fraction, and always the proper fraction will be less than 1. Okay, all the proper fraction will be less than 1. Okay, next one is improper fraction. A fractions which have the numerator greater than or equal to the denominator is called improper fraction. Fractions which have the numerator greater than or equal to the denominator are called improper fraction. Look here example, 7 by 3. Here 7 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. Okay, 7 is greater than 3. So it is an improper fraction. Then 9 by 5. 9 is greater than 5. Improper fraction. 7 by 7. Here the numerator and denominator are same. Okay, so it is also an improper fraction. 10 by 9. 10 is greater than 9. Okay, so improper fraction means the fractions which have the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Okay, and an improper fraction is always greater than or equal to 1. Okay children, next last one is mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. The fractions, it is an improper fraction. An improper fraction which expressed as a whole number and a proper fraction. An improper fraction when expressed as a whole number and a proper fraction is called an mixed fraction. An improper fraction when expressed as a whole number. This one, here 1 is a whole number, isn't it? A whole number and a proper fraction is called a mixed fraction. Examples are 1 by 5, 1 3 by 4. Here 1 is a whole number and 3 by 4 is a proper fraction. 3 2 by 3 and 4 1 by 2. Okay, an improper fraction which is expressed as a whole number and a proper fraction is called a mixed fraction, and a mixed fraction is always greater than 1. Okay, so these are the 6 types of fractions: like fractions, unlike fractions, unit fractions, proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed fractions. Next, children, identify the fractions as proper or improper. Okay, so some fractions are given here. We want to identify which one is proper fraction and which one is improper fraction. We already studied 6 types of fraction. What are called proper fractions? Proper fractions are fraction whose numerator is less than the denominator, and improper fractions are whose numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Okay, so look here, the first one, it is 3 by 5. So the numerator is 3 here, the denominator is 5, and 3 is less than 5. Numerator is less than 5 here, less than the denominator. Okay, so this is a, yes, proper fraction. So we can write here, this is a proper fraction, because here the numerator is 3, isn't it? Numerator is 3. 3 is less than the denominator. 3 is less than the denominator. That is, numerator is less than the denominator. So it is a proper fraction. Okay. Next one, 56 by 9. Here, which is the numerator? Here 56 and 9 is the denominator. Here 56 is greater than 9. 56 is greater than 9. That is, numerator is greater than the denominator. So it is a improper fraction. Improper fraction. It's an improper fraction because here the numerator is 56. 56 is greater than the denominator 9. Okay, children. Next, last one, 8 by 11. Here the numerator is 8 and the denominator is 11. And we know that 8 is less than 11. So numerator is less than the denominator. Okay, so it is a proper or improper fraction. It is a proper fraction. So we can write this is a proper fraction. Okay, this is a proper fraction because here it is 8 is less than 11. Numerator is less than the denominator. Understood, children? Okay, so only this much for today, children. Thank you.